Okay, for 12b, we have these two functions given to us, x plus 3 and x squared minus 4. I'm going to go through the same steps as the 12a. So first of all, there'll be a numerical 1 for part I. So they want f of g of 1. So we rewrite this by using the definition, f of g of 1. So it means we got to do g of 1 first, and then we'll put that answer into the f. So g of 1 is equal to 1 squared minus 4. And then if we simplify that, we get negative 3. So now we got negative 3, we're going to put that into here in place of g of 1. So f of negative 3 means we put negative 3 in for x in the f function. So that's going to be negative 3 plus 3, which means that my final answer is going to be 0. So I would put f of g of 1 now equals 0, and that would be the answer for I. So you get 0 there. The next one, they want us to find g of f of x, but the instructions will say to factor your answer. So we'll have to keep that in mind when we do that. So erase this. We're going to do, this is now double I. We're going to find g of f of x, and then it asks us to factor our answer. Okay, so now that we don't have a number anymore, we do the definition. That's going to be f of x is going to go inside the g. So for this one, you're going to do x plus 3 is what that says to do. It says take x plus 3 and put it into the g. So here's the g, x squared minus 4. So the way that works is instead of the x, I'm going to remove the x there and replace it with whatever I have inside the parentheses here. So I'm going to be putting in x plus 3 inside there. We're squaring it. It says that we have to factor this one. So one thing that you can do here is you can expand this one, x squared plus 6x plus 9, and then we have the minus 4 on the end. Remember, that's x plus 3 times x plus 3. So you don't want to just distribute the square in there. You got to make sure you multiply that out. And so then this gives us, if we simplify the end, we get x squared plus 6x and then plus 5. This one can be factored, and that's how I'll write our final answer. So when I factor this, I will get my final answer for g of f of x. So I'll write it out this way: g of f of x is going to equal, now we're going to factor this one. So factoring that, we get 1 and 5. And those will both be plus factors of the last number that add up to the middle number. That'll give us x plus 1, x plus 5. And now that would be our answer for double I. X plus 1, x plus 5. Now let's take a look at the last one, the third part. So the third part, if you didn't get all that, of course you can always stop this video and rewind it to get any part that you might have missed there. For this, we're going to do triple I, and now we're going to do f of g. Okay, f of g of x, and this one also says factor your answer. Okay, so for this, we're going to do the definition first. It means we got to put the g into the f, so f of g of x. This says that we're going to, the g there is x squared minus 4, so we're going to put that inside. So now that says to do f of x squared minus 4. We're going to take x squared minus 4, put it into this x here in the f formula. So again, the f formula has something plus, there's a blank plus 3 there. The x is gone. Replace the x with x squared minus 4. That goes in there in place of the original x that was there before in this position. We're going to simplify it. That's going to give us x squared minus 1. And then we just write our final answer as a factored form here. So f of g of x in the factored form. We just use our difference of squares formula, x plus 1, x minus 1, and then that would be the final answer. So just pay close attention to how they want the answer. The actual test may or may not have you factor on it. It just depends on what your equations are. But this one, the fully factored form, would be x plus 1, x minus 1.